Shiesty's proffer deal with the feds will have him released from jail soon. A report today stated, expect a court hearing for Memphis rapper Pooh Shiesty shortly. With good behavior, his release date is coming up based on these factors, where the report would list several reasons for his early release. When Shiesty was originally arrested, he created a proffer deal with the feds. However, many rappers looked at it as snitching, as even Big 30 would have to defend Shiesty on Instagram.
My mama, if you see some paperwork, my mama, I do whatever y'all tell me to do, cause my eyebrows, mustache, hair, I throw my chains in the river and jump in and if Shiesty snitch. Go home, take one to the I ain't got no more rat.
With rappers calling him out for snitching, Shiesty would recently now call them all out from his jail cell. To understand the message that he gave, as well as his release date, we first need to learn how Shiesty allegedly snitched. As Akademiks explains that Shiesty's current jail situation is not normal for someone that committed his charges.
But salute to Pooh Shiesty, who looked like he's absolutely chilling in jail. My boy got a little Richard Millie, you know what I mean? Got the haircut all right. You know what I mean?
They be playing Fortnite Mobile.
In jail? Oh, he got the Timbs on. They look fresh as well. Yo, this so chilling in prison. He got 2 watches. Like, you know what I mean? Like, damn, 2 watches, not even one.
As in the original crime documents, it begins with Pooh Shiesty as well as his buddy meeting up for high-end sneakers as well as narcotics in a parking lot. Shiesty is seen arriving to the meet driving a bright green McLaren. Awaiting his seller's arrival, Shiesty and his boy created a plan to steal the items rather than pay for them, as once the seller arrived, Shiesty would have a look at the sneakers. Doing a legit check on them, it would give his boy enough time to get into position for what is about to go down. As while Shiesty was negotiating on a price for these goods, a small argument would then start, as things got concerning when Pooh Shiesty was seen grabbing for a firearm from out of his waistband. You could see the 2 men beginning to sprint away. As they tried ducking for cover behind their own vehicle, they weren't quick enough as Shiesty was chasing them. He ended up hitting both of them, hitting one in the backside and hitting one in the hip. As while Pooh Shiesty was handling the 2 men, Shiesty's boy was in charge of grabbing the sneakers and anything else they can grab from inside of the seller's car. While he grabs the goods and begins sprinting to his side of the McLaren, Pooh Shiesty is making sure his job is done before sprinting to the driver's side of the car. As Shiesty opened up his McLaren door, the vehicle had what's known as a butterfly door, meaning the car doors go up. With the car door going upwards, a Louis Vuitton bag would then fall out of the side door pocket. The bag that fell onto the ground inside of the parking lot had $40,912 in cash, and Shiesty didn't even realize he dropped it as he got into his vehicle and drove straight out of the parking lot. Trying to make a fast getaway, Shiesty would arrive at the closest Miami airport, where he would rent a private jet and he flew straight out of Miami, Florida. However, Pooh Shiesty would then be arrested in the following days.
The town of Bay Harbor Island says you're wanted with a
He's also charged with armed robbery, battery in their affidavit, saying the 2 left the state in a private jet.
Once he was booked into jail, he was quickly bonded out by Gucci Mane for $30,000. After being on bond for 2 months, Shiesty was then officially arrested for the charges he committed.
Mr. Williams, you were arrested for pursuant to an arrest warrant. It was issued June 3rd. It's charging you. You have 2 attorneys here. Or is it, I'm sorry, 2 attorneys in the state. Go ahead. You want to announce again?
Brad Cohen and Sam Zegny for the defendant.
Right. Have you had a chance to review this?
Yes, Judge, we have.
With Shiesty getting sentenced, DJ Akademiks would tweet, "Breaking, Pooh Shiesty sentenced to 63 months in prison. He was facing 8 years. 63 months inside of prison for firearm charges and robbery is extremely low, and it is for one reason. As mentioned earlier, Shiesty created a proffer deal with the feds. A proffer deal sounds like snitching, but it's really only when the criminal proves additional detailed information to the feds relating to the offense for which immunity, or in his case, a lesser sentence is then granted. Shiesty used a proffer deal to have his charges of life in prison dropped for 63 months inside of prison. It sounds like he did snitch, but in reality, a part of his proffer deal was that Pooh Shiesty only had to snitch on himself, basically giving the judge and prosecutors the information on himself to make the trial process as simple as possible. So Shiesty had to outline the mistakes that he made when committing this crime. As Shiesty would write the 3 mistakes he made. The biggest mistake by far is when he got onto the private jet to make a quick getaway from out of Miami, Florida, when he was in the air for 30 minutes, where he had committed the crime only an hour and a half prior. Pooh Shiesty posted these selfies to his Instagram, flexing the all-green McLaren he just committed an armed robbery in. The second mistake Shiesty made is in the footage you see here. This is from police station cameras, as the police station was across the street from where he committed the armed robbery. So once the sound of firearms in the area were heard, several police cars arrived to the parking lot extremely fast, which is why Shiesty never noticed he dropped his Louis Vuitton bag. As with the police arriving to the scene, they are the ones that retrieved the Louis V bag. The bag holding $40,912 in cash was another huge piece of evidence. The feds already had an idea of who committed this robbery due to the selfies the robber took, so they went to Shiesty's Instagram and downloaded a few photos. These photos were of Shiesty doing a money stretch with $100 bills across of his body. While in these photos, the feds zoomed in on the photos to where you could see the serial number on the $100 bills. They were able to match serial numbers with the bills in the Instagram photo to the bills found in the Louis Vuitton bag, meaning that it was very likely to be Shiesty's Louis V bag. Those are the mistakes that he made committing this armed robbery, helping him get a lesser prison sentence, as he has had great behavior while on the inside of prison.
And I think he's coming home like next year, maybe the year after. However, it looked like he's, taking responsibility of whatever happened and doing his time, not crying, clearly trying to let people know he's straight. And I do think when he comes back out, granted, as long as it's not like too far from now, if he comes back in a year, he's good. I still think even within 2 years.
As this would then lead into Shiesty inside of jail, sending a message out for everyone to hear, calling out the ops, which goes on and reads, King Shiesty tapping in from the middle of the penitentiary, aka a bad place, where they say I can't go, jailing no telling, I still remain untouched, millions still in double digits, tell Google to fix my net worth, we can verify it right now, I'm locked up, I'm not messed up, I was 21 years old, up 8 figures, Jay-Z can't even relate to my money. Tripled my followers. Stop playing with my name before I buy one of you for sale. You guys aren't anything. I put on for the CG stuff every day, twice on Sundays. I'm on the same stuff from Tokyo to Tennessee. Ain't gonna go fed, cause getting scared, no one never played with me free or in jail. I'm still the man of Memphis, still the king no matter what jungle. Slick, almost the same man, just a little more powerful. You know what I'm talking about, baby Larry. How are you gonna let a man in the feds outdo you? You can't even beat me at crawling backwards. You're gonna have to get your hand and stick game up before you could do some. Stop playing so much. For my fans and supporters and loved ones holding me down every day, keep on keeping it solid. I promise it does not go unnoticed. I see everything and got something special for all the word is law. The rest of you guys are done. Keep hating, false advertising, and counting me out. It's up and it's stuck like a treehouse. I got a Dorito on my shoulder. I'm going 100% on you. As Shiesty is in jail, standing as tall as he can. However, he would also share a message during an interview before he was arrested.
Really, when I got signed, but I'm gonna tell you before I got signed, like breaking news. The verse on breaking news made everybody go crazy. And folks started saying I'm their favorite rapper already, so I'm gonna stop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just made me go harder.
So the success kind of gave you the confidence to really keep it up?
Yeah, they rocking with me for sure.
Man.
It's in my first verse.